Hi all, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com, and once again we are here together on a Monday. Today is Monday, August 16th, 2010, and here's a brief summary of what's on the website today. Most Verizon customers likely to buy Apple iPhone, and the numbers on here are pretty interesting. One-third of the current iPhone owners are waiting for carrier choice to upgrade their smartphones to an iPhone 4. And basically there's a survey group out of Michigan called MorePace that when they surveyed 1,000 U.S. consumers, they said that 51% of them would switch over to Verizon, 51% of the Verizon customers would upgrade to the iPhone if it became available through Verizon, which is a pretty good chunk of thing. But here's the real thing. A quarter of the customers from AT&T were asked that if Verizon was to come up with the iPhone, would they switch? Or a quarter of the ones said, of the current AT&T customers said they would switch. Now you're talking about AT&T has somewhere between 80 and 90 million consumers right now, so you're talking, 20 to 25 million consumers going over to Verizon. That's a pretty good boon for Verizon. Those are brand new customers, and in the day of age where trying to add on lines and things like that is getting more and more difficult, and the carriers are living off the renewals of their customers and retaining their customers. That's a huge chunk. And the same amount of customers did not say if it was offered on Sprint or T-Mobile that they would go over. So Verizon obviously is the number one choice. Check out the survey PDF is at the very end of the article. I did put a link on that so you could see the exact wordage and how they came about with that with some charts. So go ahead and check that out. Next, HTC Droid Incredible gets Android 2.2 updates starting this Wednesday the 18th. Now I know we keep hearing about upgrades for this, upgrades for that, and they get pushed back, then they get this. The Droid was supposed to get it at the end of July, and then it just started now. So, but here's the thing. They said that the employees from Verizon Wireless that had the Incredible on their own phones were already doing the download. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty solid thing for those of you that do have the Incredible. So expect that starting on the 18th. It should go out as an over-the-air download. You should get a message for it. Now, when it says starting the 18th, most of these can take up to 2 weeks to do a full rollout. They can actually take up to 30 days is what they say to cover themselves, but they normally take up to 2 weeks. So for some reason you don't get it by 2 weeks after Wednesday, which would be the 1st of September, I would then contact Verizon and see what they're saying. But it looks like it's ready to go, so there you go. I also have a video on there that there may be a new startup animation. Well, it looks pretty cool, so take a look at that. Next, sit back and relax in your new iPod chair. Yes, there is someone now taking advantage. A lot of people are taking advantage, and I don't blame them. But a company called Elite Home Theater Seating, and there's a video on the website today of the chair and how they use it, has created a special reclining chair that's specifically designed for the iPad. Kind of. Let me go into that. First of all, here's the speciality of the chair. It has a lumbar support, elbow positioning, and seat cushions normally found in a European sports car. And it looks like a really nice chair. It also has a motorized recliner, so when you go to sit back, it automatically, the motor brings up the thing. You don't have to use a handle or shove it back or anything like that. And you get all this in a standard package for only $2,495. Now here's my beef. It doesn't have a massage in it. And I know if I'm paying $2,500 for a chair, I wanted to massage it. Now here's the best part. They have the premium chairs, which have one of the things that can come in a bunch of different colors and has an adjustable headrest. That one's only about $6,000. So if you have some extra money to throw away, but here's the best part. You would think that it has a pedestal to put the iPhone in, and you can twist it and turn it and stuff like that, so you can do the iPhone this way or do the iPhone this way. Excuse me, iPad. It's for the iPad, not the iPhone, iPad. So you can have it either vertical or horizontal. But the whole thing is it just sits in the cup holder, so it's not like it's attached to the chair with some special things and everything. So, I don't know. You got to take a look at it. I just found it humorous. I thought it'd be a great story to take a look at. And if you have the money, it looks like an extremely comfortable chair. So, it looks like it's something nice. So, check it out. Okay, lastly, reports. Apple manager arrested. You're going to love this one. Apple manager arrested for over $1 million in kickbacks. And Paul Shindevine, who is a global supply manager who is responsible for Apple's contracts manufacturing in Asia, supposedly was giving confidential information to about half a dozen manufacturers, accessory manufacturers. He was giving them confidential information in order for these companies to be able to get the information to then turn around and sell to Apple and get contracts on favorable terms. And supposedly he was paid up to $1 million for this. He also there was a broker in China who also they were working with that they say has yet to be apprehended, so maybe he took off, who knows. And then on top of that, Apple is also suing this guy. So Apple just can't get away from this bad publicity. But I think this is definitely an individual random act. I don't think Apple had anything to do with it. But again, I just find it humorous, unfortunately, for Apple right now. But you know what? Here's the bottom line. They're making boatloads of money. They're selling all their products, so no matter what happens, nobody really cares. Under categories, this is under the Android, Evo, Galaxy S, Sprint, and Verizon Wireless. Sorry, it's Monday. Verizon Wireless categories. Summer of Android, top 5 iPhone rivals. And the reason why I didn't put this under the main, I put it under the categories, is because it just basically shows the 5 phones, I'll give you in a second, which I've been talking about all summer since they've been out. And so I just didn't want to, it's something that some of you are going to want to read, some of you may not want to read. But it talks about the Droid X, the Galaxy S, the Droid 2, the Evo, and the Incredible coming out from Android. But the thing that I did want to show you on there is there's some special pricing from some different websites. Primarily, like the Droid X is $199 on Verizon. It's $149 on letstalk.com. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it is there. The Galaxy S, the Captivate and the Vibrant, which are the AT&T and T-Mobile, well, they're $200 on their websites. Amazon.com is selling these from anywhere from $50 to $100, so you might want to check those out. The Droid 2 is available for $199 through Verizon, but $99.99 through Newegg. And this is not mail-in rebates or anything. This is instant online rebates. Of course, these all require 2-year contracts to sign up with them. And then the Evo is $199 on Sprint, but the Droid Incredible also $199 on Verizon, $99.99 on Let's Talk. Now, when you go to Let's Talk, make sure that you put in the pricing plan first, because the phones come up as their unactivated price of $500, $600, $700. And I had to do a little process, but when I put the pricing plan in right away, then choose the phone price came right down, so check that out. Okay, next, under iPad and Apple, have the iPad changed my reading habits? And this is an article by Jonathan Seff, who is with Computer World, and basically he talks about how he used to get paper magazines, and now he uses through an application called Zinio, he can get prescriptions to magazines on his iPad and go ahead and read them that way. And the cool things is that he can pinch out to zoom the different articles to see it better. It holds its place without having to use a bookmark or paper or anything like that. And then it also has the hyperlinks that he can go directly to another story, another article on there too that he really likes. Some of the things he doesn't like is obviously being able to share magazines, things like that. And Zinio does have some weird subscription prices, so you want to take a look at that first before you make a definite. He also talks about books, how he doesn't have to keep 1,000 books anymore, and the fact that with the ebooks he can have multiple books. He can take multiple books with him at any time, which is really nice. And then comic books, which he says he hasn't personally bought any, but now you can get multiple comic books on there also, so that's really cool. And then lastly, under new technology and under iPhone, Best Buy to expand location-based smartphone rewards. And there's a rewards company called Shopkick, and there's a video under the category on there to show you exactly what Shopkick is, and it's pretty cool. Once you download the app, which will be available on Wednesday for iPhone, and it'll be available on the Androids later. Best Buy has stepped up. They're going to have 257 stores by October 1st that will have this in their stores. And basically, when you have the app open, when you walk in with your phone, it automatically notifies the company or the app, and then you start earning reward bucks called kickbacks that you can then use later in the store. So it looks pretty cool. Check that out. As with everything, get the full articles. Check out the full articles on www.phonescholar.com. That's all I got for today. Happy Monday, and I shall see you tomorrow.